After 3 days, the NSRA Street Rod Nationals is winding down with the top cars gathered in Freedom Hall for the Circle of Winners.
Have Circle of Winners today, and of course our church service at 10 o'clock. Truly is a family-oriented type event, but Circle of Winners, we have 46 cars this year in the circle. That would be the pros picks, that would be use of color, our rep safety picks, and then of course the winners of the other areas. So it's a good time.
Welcome to Dream Rides and the 48th Annual NSRA Street Rod Nationals from Louisville, Kentucky. Now the best have been chosen to join in the Circle of Winners. Here are our favorites, starting with an extremely rare ride.
It's a 1977 Ford Bronco. It's the original Bronco that they come out with from 66 to 77. And it was actually my very first vehicle when I got my driver's license when I was 15. When I bought it from a single owner, a lady in Colorado Springs owned it, and it was baby blue with a white top. And I took it, and me and my wife got married, and I sold it for some reason when I was 21. And 4 years ago, we started searching, and we found it, and the same family still owned it that we sold it to. And I was able to buy it back, and we took it to Wilburn's Customs in Jamestown, Indiana, and had a full restoration done on it. I called several different vendors, and they want to do everything off a computer. And I was flipping through a Bronco driver magazine, and I ran across a Wilburn's ad. And I called him up, and me and him must have talked one-on-one for 2 hours on the phone. And I got off the phone, I told my wife, I said, that's who I want to build the Bronco. I said, it's somebody I can talk to and relate to and not have to try to figure all this out on my own by computer. From where it was up in Michigan, it had quite a bit of rust, so everything on the whole truck's brand new. Metal, rebuilt the drivetrain. It's got a brand new 425 McGonigal motor in it. We just enjoy it by taking it and letting other folks see it and view it, and it's such a great conversation piece because you don't see them all the time at the shows, and I think that's what we enjoy the most. We get a lot of people come up and we get to visit with them, and I've made several new friends by having it here, and just it's been a great time.
It's a 1965 Mustang Fastback 2+2. I've had it about 10 years and been working on it full time for 3 years to finish it. It was in a crate. I hauled more of it home in the back of my truck than I did on the trailer. Somebody had bought it and taken it all apart. We had to do a lot of fabrication on that to put the Coyote motor in it and the T56 transmission, and built a different suspension for the front and built a 4-link for the back, and so I could get it down low. I like the Pro Touring cars where you get an old body and you put all the new technology into them, you can get in them. We were looking for something different, so we came up with the copper color. My buddy Rudy Hitt over here, he's got a mixing tower, paint tower, so one Saturday afternoon we just sat down with adult beverages and started pouring things together and spraying it on the card, and about the time we run out of cold drinks, that's what we ended up with. The 2+2 is so hard to get a hold of anymore that if there was more repops out there, you'd see a lot more of them here. Yeah, but they're hard to come by anymore. We were going to have it finished last fall, and it didn't get finished till May because we weren't going to bring it out until we got it the way we wanted it.
Modifying a Mustang into a show winner requires a solid foundation.
You might remember a few weeks ago, we showed you a new 67 Mustang sitting on one of my platforms. It happened to be black and in primer. Well, check this out, the same car now. We've put candy apple green on it from Exalta Paints. Well, this car comes standard, fully assembled with Dynacorn body panels, which would be the trunk lid, the doors, fenders, and hood hinged and latched. And what we have done with this car is we went ahead and did the paint and body work, and then we assembled some of our optional equipment, such as the window package and the trim package. What's available with this car is really unlimited. I'm a custom car builder, but what I've done is create something for the normal guy who has a little shop at home that wants to work and build his own car. So I'm going to furnish you a basic roller, and then you can put any engine that you want. And the idea behind this is to provide the normal guy that loves cars and loves hot rods to be able to build his own car in his own house in a budget that he can afford. For more information, I would like for you to check out our website at www.b-rodorcustom.com.
A 32 Ford Roadster is a classic custom candidate, and when Dream Rides returns to the NSRA Nationals, we'll check out a baby blue beauty. Stay with us. Dream Rides is being brought to you by Steele Rubber Products, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. Modern DRIVELINE, make yours modern. B-Rod or Custom, your one-stop destination for all things automotive. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation. Welcome back to Dream Rides. Among the cars assembled in Freedom Hall, there's a 32 Ford that has caught everyone's eye for its build and beauty.
We have a 1932 Ford Roadster. It's a Chad Adams body and rolling chassis. It was a childhood dream of mine. I used to play with a toy that looked like this. That's what inspired the color and the interior and the exhaust and the carburetors and all that stuff. And I used to play with that toy a lot, and it made me become a lover of hot rods. And when I opened a shop, and I always thought to myself that I would build that car one day. So when I had the opportunity, I built that. That's what inspired everything, the color, the whole car. Every part and piece is painted, and it all has to be prepped and prepared and painted, and everything has to come apart into every little piece it is, and then all meticulously put back together. It's a pretty painstaking process, but it's a great result, and you don't see it a lot. Believe it or not, we built the whole car in 72 days. Yeah, we were really just, and that was on nights and weekends. And that's not just I have a full shop that we do it professionally, but on nights and weekends, the guys got together and helped me do this for the Charlotte Good Guys show last year.
I'm his girlfriend, and I work in the shop as well, and I help build the cars, and I work in the front office. On the fence of the collar, they didn't really put two and two together until it started coming together. Once it came together, they knew that the collar that he chose was the correct collar.
We love these cars. We travel the country showing these cars. We build, a lot of cars at the shop, and this is our flavor, So this is how we dress and act, and this is who we are, and this is what we love.
For anyone looking for thrills from a car from the 30s, there is a vendor here who offers many options.
DeVicki is an extension of my life or work as a custom coach builder. I've been at this for 35 years and have done a wide range of cars and body styles. We have two rollers here on display at the Street Rod Nationals. One is our 5-window. It's a 32 5-window chopped car, and we have a chopped 33 and 4 5-window next to it. This is actually a gel coat finish car. What we do with each body is actually wet sand and buff the mold marks from the body shell, and then buff the car. So this is pretty much the gel coat it came out of the mold with, and hasn't been painted at this time. This car 30 days ago was a pair of frame rail stampings, rough sawn hardwood, some laser cuts and a steel off the shelf, plus resin in the drum. Our process is to take those materials and create a body and chassis assembly. The body panels are laminate, but everything swings and latches off steel. And we, of course, fit suspension, or to an enthusiast that wants a more basic chassis, wants to do more himself, We just build a basic chassis and they add on as they see fit. We build each unit to a customer's specification. Our website is www.devicki.com.
Keeping with our 30s trend, let's talk pickups.
The pickup is a 1935 Ford pickup. It was bought at Carlisle, Pennsylvania flea market, which my wife bought. It's true, and that's why we have the truck now. And we've done our little sweet things to it, not to overdo it, but try to make it our own way.
We've done a lot to it, though. We had an overhead console put in, and it had new upholstery, and it's been stone chipped here and there, and we've had to have some of that repaired over the years, but it's a driver.
The license plate says Two Berries. Our daughter was the one that picked this plate up for us and for the name, and that's how we got it.
I will probably drive 2/3 of the way whenever we go on a long trip. It drives really easy, and I love it. Sometimes I got a little heavy foot, but I like it. So
Tomorrow we will be going home, and we will be driving this truck 640 miles to get home.
Odd and unique can combine to make a winner, and when Dream Rides returns to the NSRA Street Rod Nationals, we're going to check out a truck that really delivers. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Dream Rides. 46 vehicles have earned the right to be in the circle of winners at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals. And we don't have enough time to show them all, but what we can do is show you probably the one truck that dazzled everyone.
It was a 1948 Divco milk truck, and it was pretty rough shape when I got it. It was your normal milk truck used to come through the neighborhoods delivering milk, early in the morning, that type of thing. And I found this up in a barn in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and brought it back to Florida at the time and then started on it. That was 17 years ago. And I just finished the thing May. It took me 4 years to find this body style. This is the shortest one they make. And that's the one that everybody really likes because it's, the other ones are bigger and boxier. And this one's nice and short. I like oddball stuff. I'm not into the normal. So I like oddball vehicles and all kind of things. And I figured this is pretty much oddball. I knew all along it was going to be peaches and cream. I just didn't know what colors. And then I started going through all my books and everything, and came out with PPG, pale orange, and then I put one coat of pearl, and it came out like a creamsicle. And the top color is called Vanilla Shake. So it's a creamsicle and vanilla shake. It was perfect for a milk truck. People see this, they never see them. And they'll see it, they'll bring back memories. Everybody starts smiling as soon as they see one of these.
If a giant milk truck isn't your cup of tea, why not try a sweet Chevy?
1956 Chevrolet Bel Air Sport Coupe. I purchased the car in 1974 when a gentleman came into where I was driving it. Was on the back of his record truck. I asked him where he was going. He says, to the crusher. And I said, well, what do they give you for that? And he said, $50. And I said, I'll give you $50. He dropped it there, got the title. I took it home, rebuilt the generator, put a new battery in it, and drove it from 74 to 2005. At that point, I did a frame-off restoration. Color was chose out of an old Chevrolet book on Tri-5s. It had two-tone blue in there, and I'd never seen one, and I liked blue, so I chose the colors out of there. My first car was one of these, but not this one. When I was in high school, I had a 56 Chevrolet, and originally it was a cop car. It had the spotlights on it and everything, but I figured I'd have one again. I never thought I'd find one for $50, but I got a lot more than that in it. Best $50 I ever spent. Can't go wrong there. So I always wanted another one, and that one came up, and I remember in my youngest, when he was in high school, he was a senior, he's like, Dad, when are you going to fix that car? And I says, not till you leave home. He says, that's not fair. Oh, yes, it is.
More and more at a street rod event, the clutch pedal is becoming a rare sight. Automatics are the new way to move.
Today I'd like to show you some of our latest offerings from Performance Automatic. In front of me is the 6R80 transmission from Ford. That is their latest 6-speed offerings. What Performance Automatic has done is we have allowed now to adapt this transmission to different engines. In front of me here is the adapter for the small block Ford. Now most of you may know that this transmission only came with a modular motor, but we've made the adapter so now our Ford enthusiasts can have that adapter, can put it behind a 289, 302, 351 Windsor or Cleveland. But what's really exciting now is we have this adapter now here. That's our 460, 429 adapter, and it also doubles for the 428, 427 series FE engines. So this one adapter is going to allow us to put the 6-speed transmission behind Ford's latest big block and FE engines. We're also bringing out our new controller. The controller that you see in front of you here has 4 programs in it. It allows you to tune the programs if you'd like, or you can just leave them alone and drive away. If you'd like to know the latest on our products, check out our website. It's performanceautomatic.com. And these products will be available through all our distributors throughout the United States.
When Dream Rides comes back, we'll be checking out a pair of top-notch, top-down rides from both sides of the Atlantic. Stay with us. Dream Rides is being brought to you by Steele Rubber Products, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. Clamp Tight, the clamp making tool. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. And by Z-Max, the one product for your engine, transmission, and fuel system. Welcome back to Dream Rides and the Circle of Winners at the 48th Annual NSRA Street Rod Nationals. Everyone needs a way to stay protected from the elements.
What this product, the Showcase, does, it gives you continuous airflow, continuous air change. Our product moves air about 5 times an hour. So the science of storage is real simple. If we keep on moving the air, we take hot, cold, or humid, but we change it 5 times an hour, you never get condensation. And if you don't get condensation, you have no mold, no mildew, no rust, no corrosion, the things that will destroy your car. The way you put it away is the way you'll take it out. If you put it away clean, you'll take it out clean, whether it's a month, a year, or a collection. Well, the Showcase has inflatable pillars, and that's the beauty of this product because it never collapses. And you got a side door, a right door, and a left door, and you got the main drive-in door. So when you open up the door, all you gotta do is drive out. You come back from your ride, whether it's a show or just a Sunday afternoon drive, you just pull right back in, drop the door, zip it shut, in 30 seconds you're done. The key is that you keep the atmospheres alight. And so as it gets cold out, we still take the air and we still change it, and we don't allow hot air to meet. And so it'll never ever will condensate. And that's the problem with storage. Whether it's cold or hot or humid, it really isn't relative. If you go to our website and you see we got a brand new workstation that's 14 by 25 for car detailers or a body shop that wants a clean space to work. We make the outdoor capsules now for boats. We stock those sizes in 25 and 30 foot. And our charger will be in stock in about 2 months. And our battery charger charges your battery while it's in stock, but more importantly, when you lose power, it runs the fan from anywhere from 25 to 40 hours, depending on the battery size. So we got a lot of new things coming out. Car capsule, we protect 24/7, 365.
Here's our next Dream Ride from the Circle of Winners.
It is a 1965 Buick Skylark Grand Sport convertible. The color is fire mist red. And my husband and I built it. We found it as swap meet. It was a basket case and put it together and this is its first year out and we've been enjoying it. The gauges are updated because of their analog and they're just better than the old originals. And we'd like to keep the outside as close as we could to stock, but we like the conveniences of air conditioning and all the other stuff. We didn't have a guide. And my husband had to figure out, okay, this goes here and this goes there and this fits this. So it was just like a big jigsaw puzzle. We worked on it with the paint and everything being done in upholstery probably 8 months. You have to hunt around till you find someone who does Buicks, and usually it's Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac. And we found a man in Tulsa, Oklahoma who had parts, and you just have to hunt until you find who has what you have to need. Really, there wasn't anything that was overly that hard. The hardest thing is to let it go to like the painter and not see it for several months, and the upholsterer not see it for a month. People wave thumbs up all the time. It rides like a dream. You just float. The thing was, when 65, we looked at a brand new one, raising 2 kids, couldn't afford it. Took me 50 years to get one, but I finally got one.
Time now to wrap it up with our final pick from the NSRA Circle of Winners.
It's a 1961 Beetle convertible. It's got a 1776 dual carb motor in it. A narrowed front beam, drop spindles. It's got drop plates in the back, so it's lowered about 4 inches all the way around. We built this car for my wife, and really built it for her to drive, and started it about 3 years ago, and just kind of worked on it in between some other stuff. But I'm really glad I brought it. I wasn't going to bring this car, but I'm glad I did. So I wasn't nearly as successful in having her see things my way. So we can usually talk customers into, or at least keep them in the lane, you know. Not here. So, but she did a fine job. She picked the color and all the interior material and the roof material. So this car was relatively nice from the start. The body on it was pretty clean. We had to replace one quarter panel, and not because of rust, but the car had been hit at some point in its life. I've got to tell you, I am absolutely shocked to have it in this building today. I never in a million years thought that this car was going to get a pick. I took it over there, frankly, just to be over there the other day, and when I saw the crowd of cars that was there, I said, "There's no way this car is going to get a top 12 pick." So I was very surprised.
That's all the time we have for the last of our NSRA Street Rod Nationals episodes, and we hope you've enjoyed the mix of machinery that demonstrates just how creative car enthusiasts can be. Next week, we're jumping into a different arena as we take part in the Jeep invasion in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. There are plenty of dream rides on hand there as well, so be sure to join us.